Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, this is Making It Happen with Mary and I am Mary. Today's video, we are going to talk about a new re-release of Fairytale. Yes, Fairytale. We are going to be comparing her today to the OG version as well as some other comparisons I've seen out there that I have some thoughts. So, Fairytale, scent notes on this year's Fairytale is pomegranate nectar, fresh orange blossom, vanilla bean, and warm amber. I have always been a fan of Fairytale. She definitely has, well, you know what? I want to go back. I want to talk about the OG version. First of all, this bottle was bae. She was life. Absolutely gorgeous in comparison to this bottle. Scent notes were the same though. Pomegranate nectar, fresh orange blossom, vanilla bean, warm amber. The OG version, I get a very distinct pomegranate note. The orange blossom is detectable. I don't really get a lot of vanilla bean. I do pick up the amber very heavily. But they all came together to smell like this beautiful, classy, beautiful, sexy perfume. It definitely gave perfume vibes. And I loved it. This year's version, let's talk about it. This year, the pomegranate note is not as heavy. What I get more than anything is that fresh orange blossom. Orange blossom has a very sweet smell to it. I'm also picking up more vanilla in this year's version, and the warm amber is still present, but the pomegranate is not as heavy. Is she good? Yes. And I say this because, yes, they are different in my opinion, but I still like this version, and because that orange blossom is sweet, and this is now a sweeter version of the OG. That is my thought. You don't have to agree with my thoughts, but that is what I personally think. The OG version, I definitely get that stronger pomegranate note. Whereas this one, it's not as strong and it smells sweeter to me for some reason. It's good, it's just not identical to the last version, in my opinion. In my opinion. Now, some comparisons I've been seeing, and I've heard this several times now, even from some of you subscribers have commented on videos I've done and have stated this, that you felt as if Fairytale smells a lot like Chasing Fireflies. Chasing Fireflies is golden pear, jasmine blooms, and illuminated woods. See, I don't get that. I mean, every nose is different. Every nose is different. I am not nostril shaming anyone in these videos, y'all. Just an FYI. I don't get that, though. What I mostly get from this is a very powdery vibe, very mature. The pear is evident. The jasmine and that wood note come together to create this powdery essence, which a lot of people did not like. I personally like that powdery vibe. But is she Fairytale? No. In comparison, when I smell them side by side, especially smelling the Chasing Fireflies first and that powdery note, when I smell this, it definitely is lighter, brighter, and I'm able to pick up the pomegranate when I compare the two. Again, the pomegranate's there in this one, it's just not as heavy as the OG. I just want to clarify that. Yes. But when I smell them side by side, they, no. Very, very different vibes. Both classy, sexy, perfumey vibes, but different, very different. One I saw that I was kind of intrigued in was Pacifica's Silver Moon. I saw this, I think it was Fragrantica, I saw this one, and I was like, Because Silver Moon is vanilla, almond, and spice. I mean, call me crazy. Okay, there's nothing on there. I'm going to test it, though. I'm going to test it. What are you all smelling? Like, Silver Moon, I love her. I love her a lot. Look at the giant ass dent I got on her. I love her a lot. But she's vanilla, almond, and spice, all of which are detectable on my hand. I don't see the comparison at all with Chasing Fireflies. Like night and day, baby. Not even the same DNA, like at all. But okay. If that's what you like, baby, you do you, boo. One I also saw that I was a little intrigued about is I saw a reviewer on TikTok comparing her to Cactus Blossom. I was a little intrigued by this. Cactus Blossom has been out several times now. I do think this version of Cactus Blossom is my favorite. The OG was a little bit too earthy for me. This version, scent notes are cactus flower petals, sun-kissed coconut, fresh sparkling lemon. I do like this year's version. There's something about her that is just fresh and vibrant. I don't really get a lot of coconut, but I definitely get the lemon and those cactus flower petals. I wish I got more of the coconut, but I'm not getting it right now. I want to say when this came out, when it was released this year, it was still pretty warm outside. And at that time, maybe I was detecting the coconut a little bit more. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, certain scents, when you smell them different times of the year, when it's really hot outside versus really cold, you're going to pick up differences. It is not uncommon, it's not unheard of, it happens. And that's a wonderful thing because you get a totally different vibe from maybe your favorite perfume in the summertime, but when you wear it in the winter, you get a whole different flow, you know what I mean? That's not a bad thing. But when I'm smelling it right now, I mostly get lemon along with those flower blossoms. I like it a lot, but Fairytale? No. Even in the heat of summer, I would say no. Because, like I said, there is a pomegranate note in here, though it's not as great as it was previously, but it's very discernible. And the sweetness of the orange flower in here is much sweeter than Cactus Blossom is. Yes, this is like floral citrus zest, and this is more fruity, sweet, perfumey, if that makes sense to you. The last one I want to talk about is I have said this since Fairytale initially came out. I am convinced that this is a very, very, very close body spray dupe of YSL's Liebe. I do not have the original bottle of Liebe right now. All I have is the Dossier version. The Dossier is called Floral Lavender. I'll let you take a look there. Again, I always put these labels on them just so I know which is which. Scent notes are mandarin, neroli, and blackcurrant, jasmine, lavender, orange blossom, vanilla, amber, and musk. So orange blossom, vanilla, and amber. Orange blossom, vanilla, and amber. The only difference is it says pomegranate on here, but in Liebe, there is black currant, which can smell similar, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeedy. I love this perfume. I swear to God. And again, I will always say, if you have not checked out Dossier, go check them out. I am not affiliated with them at any point in this time, although I'd like to be in the future. But their perfumes are usually spot on, and cost far less than the actual name brand. So, but I want to see how it smells right now in comparison to the new one. It's close, but this is sweeter. This new version. The older version, much closer. And I think it's because that pomegranate is heavier in this older version. Yes, absolutely. I still am going to be in favor of the older version over the new. However, this new version is not bad either, yo. It's just sweeter. That's the only difference in my opinion. It's sweeter and the pomegranate is not as heavy. Yeah, the pomegranate is definitely heavier in this OG version. And this newer version is a tad sweeter. And the other thing I did notice with this scent, you guys, unfortunately, it does not last as long as the OG. The OG, I remember I could put her on and it was a good 4 to 5 hours of wear. This new one, 2.5 hours, maybe 3 stretching it, maybe. So she is lighter. Granted, it's not by a ton, but yeah, I'm glad they brought her back, but I don't think it compares to the OG, kind of like Dahlia. So it is what it is. I do like this one though. Again, it's just sweeter. The Orange Blossom is much heavier in that one. Yeah. Yeah, did you get your hands on the new Fairytale? Do you have the old one and did you compare? What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. And you guys know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, and ding the bell so you're alerted every single time your girl uploads. Other than that, y'all, I will catch you in the next one. All right, you guys. Bye-bye.